before we jump into the chapter review, I'm just going to say something that everybody obviously knows, right? Everybody intrinsically knows that people like to win. I like to win. You like to win, right? Everybody wants that nice-ass W. However, this chapter and the preceding chapters, of course, there's going to be a comeback, but I have never been so damn happy to take, regardless big and small, video games, gambling, it doesn't matter, both big and small events, everybody wants to come out the winner. Nobody wants that L on their damn forehead. But I will gladly take that L because this chapter was absolute fire. This chapter was great. I'm going to use the term great. So far, it's probably my favorite chapter of the Berserker Bowl. Thus far. Easy. Because Ryuki gets his shit kicked. Alright? So just jumping right in, of course. Host with the most, Griever as always, Kengan Omega. Chapter 181 review. Let's get on into this bitch because we all know my bets, right? We already know my bets. You know, I'm at 2-1, and I picked Gao Ryuki to fight against Adam Dudley. I picked Ryuki. Now, we all know that there's going to be a comeback chapter, of course. There's going to be a comeback chapter. Next chapter, Ryuki's probably going to turn on the Jets or what have you. But if nothing else, one of the things that a lot of people I saw actually saying that Adam was going to go down like Chiba did. Well, they were fucking wrong, and I'm glad they were wrong, because the one thing I wanted out of this fight is that I still think, because Koga won his fight assuredly, I'm almost 99% convinced that Ryuki has to win his fight at this point. I already, in my prediction video, which you can go check out, I already talked about the fact that we could get, we could play with that plot line a bit if one of them wins and one of them loses, but more so if Koga loses and Ryuki wins. So really, it doesn't work as well here, but it could still work. There's a small percent chance, but I still think Ryuki's going to win for plot reasons alone. But the one thing I wanted out of this fight, knowing that and believing that plot armor is a thing now in Omega that didn't really exist in Ashura. In Omega, plot armor is a thing, but all I wanted to see was that plot armor get a fist to his goddamn face. And, ladies and gentlemen, isn't that exactly what we goddamn got? This chapter 181 is absolutely fantastic. Adam starts off, of course, from the beginning of the last fight. He's got Ryuki on the ropes and he just rushes forward. Of course, he hit him so damn hard that Ryuki's like, okay, gotta get up. He's like, holy fuck, that hit fucking fucked me up. And boom, we get this beautiful nose crunching. And I got the flamingo nose, so you guys know it. It's just like, boom, right in the face. Adam completely smashes Ryuki's face in, caves it in, slams him down to the ground again, then curb stomps him, fucking drop kicks him, fucking slam. And then even after that, Ryuki tries to roll out of the way, and he's coughing up blood, and he's like, holy shit, what the fuck's going on? I gotta get up, I gotta do this, I gotta get... His own inner monologue got interrupted by Adam, just boom, soccer kick right across the goddamn face. Just boom, soccer ball kicked, slams him, he's rolling, he's reeling, and Adam's just following up. Everyone's like, how did Adam ever get so strong? And then there's another, toes into the abdomen by the looks of it, just... bang, and slam, another kick. Now, here's where everyone's going to go nuts. Is that Ryuki just got the shit kicked out of him, right? And realistically, if Adam didn't have his creed, and some people are going to say, oh, Rick Khan over it, and no, it's not really. See, Adam's not a Koya, alright? Adam doesn't torture fighters. He fights and he brawls, but as Kurashi, is that how you say his name? Kurashi? Cosmo's a master. Anyways, as he puts it out, Adam has a creed. So he's not going to follow up there. And everyone's like, does he think he already won? And he talks about the fact that this is an American, but also an ice hockey player and stuff. And he was an enforcer and he was a brawler and stuff. And as a Canadian, I know a thing or two about ice hockey. Fact of the matter is that, yeah, it's one of the only sports, major league sports, that allows fighting amongst players in a controlled way. And the fact is here, when he drops him, and when you drop a player in ice hockey, you don't exactly follow up and do this on the ground. That's when the fight's over. That's when it's broken up and stuff. It's unsportsmanlike in the otherwise sports. So you can call Adam that he toes that line of sportsmanlike, but realistically in Kengan, sportsmanlike is kind of warring a little thin. I would argue Akoya versus Cosmo. Akoya was very unsportsmanlike. The cheating that involved Akoya in the round against Haro, that was unsportsmanlike. But Adam, technically, is he unsportsmanlike following the Kengan rule? Not really. The Kengan rules don't necessarily include honor and martial arts and stuff. It can be street ball. And remember, this isn't a martial arts tournament. This is a Kengan tournament. It's much different. So I like the fact that they're adding, and they even remarked that this is part of Adam's aesthetic. That, sure, he's a brawler and he's a beatdowner and he's all this stuff, but he's got his own, few and far between us are, he's got his own set of rules. And so even though he followed up with soccer ball kicks and all this shit, he goes, as he saw that Ryuki was completely like limp, and not the limp that people use, blah, 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 whatever. But the fact that he was limp on the ground and stuff and clearly can't even continue fighting by the looks of it, Adam's not going to follow that up. So he's just like, all right, I'll wait. If he manages to get back up, I'll rush him again, but I'm not going to beat him down any more than I already have. He's clearly taken a lot of damage or whatever. So some people are going to complain about this. That's why I'm spending so long on it. Is some people are going to complain about this. It doesn't fit Adam's character. It absolutely does. As I already explained, it absolutely does fit Adam's character. And the other thing is that people are going to say, oh, this is going to be where Ryuki's going to win, and if Adam had just ran over, picked him up, and tossed him out of the ring, would be a problem. Well, anybody who says that Adam should be going for a ring out, yet complaining that the Creed doesn't follow Adam, you don't know fucking Adam at all. You think Adam is ever going to go for a ring out? Ever? Adam's thing is to beat down his opponents. That's his whole shtick. He beats them down. He doesn't do the ring out shit. That would be out of character. It would be completely out of character for Adam to run up and toss him out of the ring. Like people complained that he didn't toss him out of the ring last chapter. Adam doesn't want a ring out. Adam wants a KO. That is well within Adam's character. That's 100% Adam. So I'm not upset at the last chapter that people complained that he didn't ring him out. And, which by the way, even Adam, I don't think he can toss a dude that far. He doesn't have the removal, people. He's not fucking superhuman strength, able to toss a 150-pound, 200-pound dude and just ragdoll him. You know, like, I don't think Adam can do that. Not from the center of the ring. But anyways, yeah, so this fits Adam's character 100%. And the things people were going to complain about would not fit Adam's character. So I just want to bring that up right now because I'm sure it's already out there. I'm sure people are going to complain about this from that side of the argument. And I just completely disagree. I don't think that has much of a leg to stand on. So far the fight, but absolutely that beatdown was absolutely gorgeous, absolutely beautiful. I don't like Ryuki, so it's nice to see his fucking smug face get caved in. I'll fight you anytime, Tokita Oma. You can't even fucking beat Adam, man. You can't fight him. Like, shut the fuck up, you cocky little wannabe. You know, so at the end, the referee almost calls the match because if they're unable to fight, if they can't even, it's like, are you all right and stuff? And he's asking him, and he's like, all right, because we don't have a countdown rule, but if the fighter is physically unable to get up or continue fighting, the ref has the power to stop the fight. I don't mind that part. That makes a little more sense. That, to me, prevents death. Not the countdown rule, but that part will help prevent untimely death, so to speak. So Ryuki ends up getting up, and as the ref is asking if he can continue fighting, Adam's already rushing him. So once again, within Adam's character, he let him see if he was going to get back up, and the fact that once he chose to get back up, Adam's already rushing him. He's like, I'm not giving you any time for that shit. So he slams into him. He's about to punch him in the face and stuff. And then we have the Gao style retrograde moon, which of course is similar to the redirection kata. He grabs his arm and instead he twists it back to be able to attack. It redirects the flow of power and attacks the opponent themselves. That kind of idea, redirecting the attack and hitting it back to the opponent. I love this. fuck off with your wannabe Nico style. And yes, people, before you go in the comment section, I know the Gao style is the original, but there was a reason the Nico style was created. It's the better version. The Gao style is antiquated in this reason because, and that's not the reason I say this. It's the fact that Oma would be able to do this with the Nico style. Oma's redirection kata might be able to stop Adam, but Ryuki isn't even good at it because Retrograde Moon, fuck out of here. Pure muscle motherfucker. Boom. Slam down. And he stops the attack. He tries to hit him with his own fist, and it's like, no. It's like, why are you hitting yourself? I'm not, bitch. You know, that's pretty much what he does. And then he says, then he grabs him by the shoulders. Stay down, boy. And, oh shit, and interrupted monologue part 2. Oh shit, didn't even get out as he grabs him, picks him up, and slams him down like a fucking ragdoll. Adam being the goddamn GOAT. Ryuki is down. It even sounded nasty. Oma is even watching this fight going, that wasn't a nice fall. That gotta hurt, motherfucker. So, damn straight, everyone cheering for Adam. Ryuki is completely half comatose. He's not even really conscious at this point. But we see that apparently, likely during, I think it was actually during the retrograde moon. I don't think it was during the throw. Because I don't see his arms anywhere near Adam's arms. So I think it was during retrograde moon. He did some weird mini version of Rakasha's palm. Because right here in his forearm, we see it's slowly twisted a part of his arm. It's not like big in the whole part. So it's like he used Retrograde Moon, and then when he noticed it wasn't working, he like used really like sort of like the 1-inch Bruce Lee thing, but it's not perfected. Clearly, he's not Setsuna. He's not Kuryu. He can't do that type of shit. But he is able to get a mini version, sort of like how Koga can't use Iron Fingers, so he uses Iron Breaker to the same effect. It's weaker, it's not as good, but it still does the trick. Similar idea here. It's a weaker version. It's not a full version, but it seemed to do some damage. So Adam even realizes that the kid ain't broken yet. So, but he says, I'll keep beating your ass down. It's all good. Then Setsuna's got this line about, you have met my perfect expectations, Adam. You are the perfect bait to allow the flow. The flowers of carnage shall blossom. And oh, I'm getting a little horny over here. Like, Setsuna's pants are getting a little too tight. We've seen his pants get tight before, but I think they're starting to get a little tight again. You know what I mean? So... yeah, and I don't think anybody's actually ever talked about it. I'm sure somebody has. But has anybody talked about the fact that Setsuna was getting hard-ons through all of Asura? Those pants, he had to keep buying new pants because I'm sure those buttons kept flying off of his pants. Yeah, anyways, going off on that one. But the fact is that Ryuki, it looks exactly like Oma, or similar enough. Like, wouldn't that sort of be like, oh, yeah, you're the doppelganger. It's like, yeah, I'm totally grooming you and stuff. Do you think that maybe that was part of the motive that Setsuna had? I haven't seen anybody talk about that necessarily. I'm sure some people have brought it up. But the fact that he's trying to replace Oma, who failed him, and he's trying to mold Ryuki into the way that he wants, the way he believes Oma should have been, or his new version of it. Like, it's a substitute. Ryuki's just a pawn in Setsuna's game in that regard. I'm not sure, but there's got to be something there because, yeah. Either way, apparently Adam is the perfect. Like, this fight went exactly as I calculated. He's acting like he's goddamn Urahara or some shit, you know? Acting like, this was all part of the plan, you know? So, I don't know, man. I think that Ryuki's still going to get his shit kicked next chapter, but I think Adam's going to take some serious damage. At this point, with this beatdown, of course it's going to be a comeback chapter, but I have no sweet clue. You guys let me know. I have no sweet clue if Ryuki's actually going to win anymore. I think the chances, the plot convenience and plot armor is sort of taking a small hit, and I think now the bar that was like this is slowly going like that. I still think that Ryuki's over here with it, but I think that Adam's creeping up there because what the fuck is Ryuki gonna do? His Gao style isn't even working. He's like, yeah, no, fuck your Gao style. I'm muscling through that shit. Boom, baby. So, I don't know. But anyways, as you guys know, I still have my bets locked in. Not that I would, of course, it wouldn't count if you changed mid-fight anyways. Would I have changed my pick, though, for this fight after Koga lost? After Koga won? Yeah, actually, I probably would have looked at it. I'm not saying I would have changed it, but I probably would have been less confident. I was quite confident that Koga was going to lose, Ryuki was going to win before it began. But now that Koga has won, and won quite handily and is in good health, I find, as the tournament goes on, of course, you start to form different opinions and stuff. But that's why I lock in all the bets per round, so is what it is. But anyways, what a great chapter, guys. I like the chapter. Hope you guys did too, of course. Like, comment, and subscribe as always, and we will see all you Berserker Bull fans back next time for chapter 182. I think that'll also be a good chapter as long as there's no tomfoolery with Ryuki pulling something out of his ass. I think we'll be fine even if that's the end of the fight. I'm hoping the fight won't end until 183, but we'll have to wait and see. Anyways, drink responsibly, guys, and we'll see you guys back here next time. Bye-bye.